Although the essay was really nice, her colleague was giving me all sorts of, looking at me up and down, and I was enjoying my shopping, looking at her, smiling, waving. Hola, queridas. Good morning or good afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Welcome. My name is Jacira, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about, let's say, tips on how to score a special order. As some of you guys may or may not know, I have been offered one in September last year, and it was something completely unexpected. I think it's also very important to let you guys know that I started shopping at Hermès April. Okay, my first time at the boutique, it was in June, but my first time calling and starting the whole process, quote unquote, was in April. So, and since then, I have been offered a Birkin. I have been given the special order and a So Black picotin. And yes, for disclaimer, I do live in France. But I don't shop at the Paris store or anything like that. I live in the south, so I shop at my nearest boutique, which is in Biarritz. So, without any further ado, let's get into the tips or what I think have helped me get the special order. The number one point, in my opinion, is knowing exactly what you want. You have something in your head, you have your spec, you have your favorite color, you have, for example, for me, I had some time to look at bags, like on Instagram. Oh my goodness, so many accounts with so many beautiful bags. And I realized I am a lover of the color green. And I was like, okay, I want a bag in green. And at first I considered the vert cypress, the vert bengal. I also considered bamboo. I had all these colors until one day my husband, it's always him, it's always him. He DM'd me a picture. He was like, "Oh, Jacira, this green is beautiful. It's light. It can go from season to season. What do you think?" And I was like, "Ooh, this is beautiful." He came with me and we went to the store and we had in mind, okay, we want this vert. And we got to the store. My essay showed me a lot of bags. Well, not a lot of bags. She showed me two bags, two Constances. One with the black, one in black, size 24, with the H in lizard. And a vertigo one with the H in animal, a baby blue color. But I was just like, nah, for me, in a Constance, I need that H to be in gold. And I was so adamant with not changing what I wanted, things were presented to me, but I was just like, no, I don't want these things, The green that I'm going after is a vert criquet. And I was like, I'm adamant, this is the one that I want. And finally she was like, okay, hold on. And then she was gone for maybe 5 minutes. She came back with the box, and I was just like, oh my God. If you want to hear more about that, the video is right here, where I explain everything in detail and everything, and how euphoric I was at the time it happened. But yes, knowing what I wanted, and not being swayed by other choices helped. Also, when I was very undecided between the size 28 and size 25 for the Kaale, because the next bag, my SO is a Kaale, and my essay was like, oh, are you sure size 25? Are you someone who goes out a lot or not? And I was like, I used to go out a lot, but not anymore, and I'm looking for a day bag, something that I could just wear, whenever I go out for brunch, for I'm a day event-er, I became a mom, all of those things. So I was looking for a nice, beautiful bag, something that would just take my breath away every time I looked at it, just like my Birkin is. And so I went for that one. And I got my special order because I was not willing to negotiate exactly what I want. The second point, I think it comes off the heels of the last one. She knew that I was not going to budge, so there was already that, let's say, opening on my side, I was so honest and so transparent with her, with saying, hey, this is not what I want, I appreciate everything that you're doing, but yeah, I would appreciate if you could, come up with something else. And she felt it, and she saw the disappointment in my face because I was about to leave the store. I actually got to try on a Kaale 28 in gold with gold hardware with the white stitch. Guys, I almost died, and I almost asked her, please let me buy this bag, and she's like, nah, man, I have somebody already, you know, like the name of a man is here. He ordered this bag for his wife. You can't do this. And I know that my essay is quite honest and frontal and blunt with me, which I love. And so, you know, we already have this connection, I guess, established. And she knew that I wasn't going to change my mind. So therefore, the offer was made. And it was even before she spoke with her manager. And my husband says, Jacira, she is the manager. The manager is not gonna ask the manager. And he says that because she tells everyone what to do in the store. So I don't know. I don't think the manager will be selling things with clients, you know. But let me know in the comments. Maybe you know, maybe in your boutique the managers are able to sell things to clients. So before even going to the boutique, like, you let your SA know that you're coming. Okay? You don't just pop in, oh, here, hi, I'm here, you know, I was just stopping by and I decided to come. No. At least I never do that, you know. Every time, but then again, I guess this is because I live far away from the boutique. And so, you know, it's a commute. And so I don't want to go all the way there and she be busy or have her too busy to talk to me or to, you know, give me the tea or whatever on what's available, what's not. So I always make sure that I'm never appear unannounced. I always make sure that I text her or give her a call. Hey, I'm gonna take a day off. I'm gonna stop by, and I always make sure to go on quiet times. Like I go very early in the morning. Every time I go very early in the morning because I don't want to be like, I don't want the shop to be too busy or anything. And I go during the week as well, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday maximum. I don't go on Thursdays and Fridays unless it's like to go pick up a bag, which was the case when I went to pick up my Picotin 22 So Black. And yeah, so making sure that you schedule things on the quiet times, you know, because when there are not too many clients, they're able to, you know, to be more comfortable with you, and you have, you know, you kind of feel the undivided attention, so to speak. So yeah, another point is to take your time. Whatever questions you may or may not have, you know, concerning products, bags, I go there with my time, you know, like I have at least in my, you know, I clear up my schedule, and I make sure that I will not be bothered during the time that I'm at the boutique. It is quite funny because my husband is the one who says, Jacira, you're gonna go to the boutique, girl, make sure you put your phone on mute. You don't want to disturb the conversation. So cool. I love it. But yes, you make sure that you go there with time, you know. You don't want to rush yourself, you know, because once you rush yourself, you're going to be asking those crazy questions. Do you have a bag? And I do ask those questions, but then this is like towards the end, you know, when I'm about to leave. Because usually when I go there and I announce myself, she already knows, like, okay, just said, I'm gonna go get you some tea. I have some things to show you. Here are the bags or the shoes that I have that you wanted to see. And you know, have a like I always say, have your list. Show her the list beforehand before you go to the shop. Therefore, the process is already, you know, it's computerized. You know, there will be a sequence. This is how I function. You know, I need things to have some sort of a sequence and structure. So I make sure to, whenever I go there, I have these things already, like she already knows what it is that it's gonna be done, you know, and she knows that every time I go there, she needs to show me a bag, something. Call your essay. I won't say call her every day. I won't say call her every 2 weeks. I'll say every 3-ish weeks, every month. Drop in a call or a text. You know, at least this is what I do every 3 weeks or so. I send her a text, you know, hey, how are you? Hope you're doing well. And this is it. I don't ask for anything. I honestly never texted her asking about my special order. Never, you know, like whenever I talk to her on the phone, I may ask, but like I never text. I don't want to. There are things that I don't like having written, but I guess this has a little bit to do with what I do for a living. You know, like once you write things, you can take it back. You can be demanding, you can be crazy. So I never send texts with questions that are just like what I can, you know, I can directly ask. So yes, make sure that you text her, call her, so she knows, because they have a lot of clients, you know, and you don't know how many people they get to see a day. And having you in mind, you know, once you give her a text and be like, hey, I hope you're doing well, you know, it's like you're dating them, I guess, you know, but like without the pressures. And if a bag happens to come, she has you in mind, you know, like, yes, keep the possibilities and everything open. You know, you have to make sure she remembers. Okay? You know, and this goes with what I already said earlier. Like, don't take a bag that you don't want. I don't. Okay, because I was torn in between the 24 bag, but I wanted the bag, but it was more because of the hype over it. Really, like, I'm just keeping it 100 with you guys. Being really honest, I wanted, but it wasn't for the right reasons. And my essay was like, no, Jacira, I think that the So Black is so much more iconic and so much better. And then when I was about to leave, there was a Kaale to go, you know, wallet. Gold on gold, guys. I let it go for the So Black. Okay, I'm looking long term. I was eyes on the prize, Jacira. Don't get swayed. And then she even said, Jacira, you have a Constance 18 gold on gold on the way. Like, why settle? Wait. So I was just like, okay, fine, I'll wait. I'm waiting on the bag that is right for me, that I actually want. And this is like a big faux pas. Okay, here in I think every boutique. And needs to talk about how much money you've spent and how you deserve things. Like, honestly, it's very strange, you know, whenever I hear people talking about their, oh, I've already bought this and that, and like, how come you haven't even offered me a bag or a so. They haven't met their quota yet. You know, Lily Shops, she made a video on video is so expensive, so informative. I would urge you to go lastly, but then again, this is like a grain of salt. Shop at smaller boutiques. This is my experience, y'all. I have been to two Hermès boutiques here in Biarritz and in France, and I've been to the one in Madrid. The carpet was rolled out to me, and guys, I was not dressed to the nines, okay? I wore like a sweatsuit that I had bought when I traveled with that sweatsuit. I just twirled a scarf on my neck, put on, scarf from Hermès. I had my Avantage sneakers and my blue Birkin, you know. And I was there, you know, like at first the essay was a bit cold and frigid, but then I started talking to her. I was like, oh, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. And, you know, she realized that I kind of knew what I was talking about, and I knew the products, and I knew colors, and I knew designs and styles and everything, and so on and so forth. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she asked me, like, where do you live? Like, blah, 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 you know, the questions. And I was like, oh, I live in France. And she's like, where in France? I used to live in France. I was like, I live on the south, right in this city over here. She's like, oh my goodness, I used to live right by it. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's so scary. And then, like, girl, champagne, your girl got completely wasted, okay? And I got to try beautiful bags, which, like, lovely bags. I got to try this matte croc Constance 8 mini, the 18. I got to try a Birkin, a Kaale 25 black and gold, and I don't know why, guys. Now I feel like I want it. Whenever my essay returns from holidays, I'm gonna ask her for that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you like agree or disagree with some of the things that I mentioned here. You know, with the world of Hermès, everyone has their experience, and I feel like it often starts with us. You know, often starts with you and how you carry yourself. I often have a really good time. I only went to 2 stores though. Like, I have to keep myself, you know, like, okay, maybe whenever I go to Bordeaux, they have an Hermès there. I'm gonna try the Bordeaux store and see what it is, you know. Like, I always go there with something in mind, you know, with a little bit of a list. And if the essay and I happen to gel, perfect. And if not, it's fine as well, you know. Because when I was in Madrid at the Madrid shop, although the essay was really nice, her colleague was giving me all sorts of, you know, looking at me up and down, and I was enjoying my champagne, looking at her, smiling, waving hi, you know, because that energy was not gonna get to me. I'm sorry. That it often starts with us and how we carry ourselves, and you know, that will just either bring in or push out the people. Guys, I'm gonna leave you a video right here so you continue watching, and I see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.